Welcome to the Elite Life Podcast with your hosts, Trisha and Kylee. Here, we guide you on a journey of personal and professional transformation, revealing the secrets to success. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, join us as we unlock the doors to the elite world of growth, grit, and grace. So, let's dive in.
Welcome, friends, to another episode of the Elite Life Podcast. I am Trish, and with me, as always, is my amazing co-host, Kylee.
I am full of energy today.
Woohoo!
I'm super excited about this episode. I had so much fun writing it, and today we are going to talk about what your favorite color says about you.
Yeah, this was an interesting one. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't even know that, colors really said anything about you.
Well, the girls and I were talking about our favorite colors, and we were just kind of exploring, the different hues, because my favorite color is yellow, but not lemon pie yellow.
Mm-hmm.
I like sunflower yellow. And Casey goes, that's just because you're warm and beautiful like a sunflower. I'm like, you're officially my favorite now. You get to be my favorite, at least for the day. So I just thought it would be a fun thing to explore what your favorite color says about you, kind of talk about the psychology behind it. So here we are. We're going to talk about it.
I love it. And I thought it was really interesting because I was thinking about my clothes when I read this episode. And I was like, I used to always wear black. There was nothing in my closet that wasn't black.
You still mostly wear black.
But I have tons of pieces that are yellow. And so I was like,
and they're not yucky neon lemon yellow.
No,
very warm yellow.
Yep. Yeah, so it was very interesting. So my favorite color has always been blue. And they say that is calming and, peaceful.
I don't get that vibe from you.
No?
I mean, there have definitely been times where you've been calm and peaceful, but usually you're like a red or an orange, just vibrant and full of fire and passion. Maybe you need the blue. Maybe that's why blue is your favorite, because you need that in your life.
So you said your favorite color is yellow?
Yeah, and of course yellow is connected with happiness, positivity, creativity, and I like to feel like I'm pretty... But I'm happy and I'm creative. The positivity threw me off because I feel like out of the two of us, though, I'm definitely the more cynical one. But yeah, so let's break down, let's talk about the psychology behind these, and then we can go through a few popular ones. So like you said, blue, associated with calmness, reliability, that I get from you, tranquility, blue... It says blue can lower your pulse rates and body temperature.
That's super interesting.
Right. So also sense of calm and peace, like we talked about. It says people who favor blue are usually, this is you, trustworthy, responsible, and prefer harmony over conflict. Drop the mic. That's Trisha right there. Trisha, I can say when conflict does arise, she's like, no, we're going to deal with this right now. We're going to deal with it in the next 5 minutes, and then we're going to be done and we're moving on with our lives.
100%. 100%.
Do you feel like that's you, though? What is your favorite hue of blue, though? Are we talking about baby blue, sky blue, robin's egg blue, which I feel like isn't actually blue. I feel like robin's egg is more green.
Yeah, I would say Dave asked me what color I wanted the shutters painted, and I had said cottage blue.
Oh,
so
that's very specific.
Yeah, it's it's kind of like the wall behind you, which is almost like a gray blue.
Like a cadet blue.
Yeah, I do like navy blue.
Oh,
or one of those deeper
with like
blues.
I love navy blue with like the sunflower yellow or like the pops of white. It's so crispy. It feels
Yeah, and
good.
I do also like Tiffany blue.
Who
So
doesn't like Tiffany blue?
a lot of our stuff outside is Tiffany blue, like my chairs and stuff.
Not even mad. You're living that Tiffany lifestyle though, so you can have that.
My friend Amanda had a bathroom that was painted Tiffany blue when she lived in Charlotte, and it looked great. Like sometimes it's surprising what colors you can pull off in different spaces, I would say, when you paint.
I've been seeing a lot on like TikTok and Instagram. This is what I love about the world we live in right now. They're like, I color drenched my entryway. And I was like, ooh, color drenching. What is that? You literally just painted the walls and the ceiling and the floor all the same color. And a lot of times, not the floor, but a lot of times it looks really amazing. Like this lady had these beautiful like panels on the wall, and she just did it all in like this dusty rose, and literally everything. The trim, the wall, the paneling, the ceiling. And then she had this beautiful like dark cherry wood floor, and I'm like, I'm sold. I want to live in this foyer.
Love it. Well, what's the psychology behind yellow? Tell us about that one.
Yellow is stimulating to the mind and the nerves, so that tracks. I'm pretty twitchy. It says it encourages communication and stimulates mental activity. Yellow lovers are often optimistic, enthusiastic, and enjoy new ideas and experiences. They're usually very cheerful and uplifting to be around. Do you feel that way about me?
You are. Yes. You are my ball of sunshine. I tell everybody, I'm like, I love hanging out with Kylee because we just like have a great time, and she always makes me laugh. Always.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
We do have a good time.
Can't be sad around you. It
No
just doesn't
way.
work.
No way.
You're a ball of fun.
Life is way too short. Life is too short. So let's talk about some of the other colors, like red. Like I was saying, red is the color of passion, energy, action, which is funny because I feel like in my head, red means caution, stop, don't.
Interesting.
Right? Because we have, when you think of red, you think of stop signs, stop lights, literally anything that is hot. So it says here when we're talking about people, it's known to raise your energy level, your heart rate, your blood pressure. That tracks.
So
Angry.
it's like the opposite of blue.
Well, yeah. If you ask any little kid what's the opposite of red, they're going to tell you blue.
Interesting.
I did that experiment. It works. If you say what's the opposite. What's interesting is go home and ask people today after listening to this, what's the opposite of brown? What do you think the opposite of brown is? Is it?
Green.
I don't know.
That's
Anyways.
the first thing that came to my head. It could be because you're wearing a green shirt, though. I don't know.
This is my favorite color of green. I love olive green.
Yeah, if I wear green, it's only olive green. That's the only green I'll get into.
I also look pretty good in like Kelly green.
Okay. St. Patrick's Day, I'll wear a Kelly green.
Yeah, but not like bright green, grass green.
No.
Blah.
No.
All right. So, yeah. So red is
Confident, ambitious, full of energy, not
Yeah.
afraid to stand out and take risks.
yeah, they often seem assertive and determined.
I could
And
see that.
I feel like with all of that, red is a power color because I see red a lot in business branding. If you think about it, like especially here in the US, most people are branding their business with red, blue, white, black, gray, and silver. I think those are the most frequently used colors for branding.
I would agree. Our logo used to be red, white, and blue, and now it's black.
What made you change it?
When we changed office locations, we just completely rebranded. We wanted something that was just a little bit more like luxury style instead of hometowny, something a little more bold, classy, just a little more cutting edge. Like we were leveling up, and we felt like our logo and our branding should level up too.
I love that. Don't be afraid for you entrepreneurs out there. Don't be afraid to go through a rebrand. Everybody does it every once in a while. Yeah. I don't remember. I feel like we had the stats before, but they said somewhere along like every 5 or 10 years, you need to do a rebrand just to freshen up, get with the times, get with the new color schemes that are in. Like, because just think about when we talk about like home design, like obviously as real estate agents, we see a lot of trends when it comes to home design, painting, flooring, things like that. Just think of, even 10 or 12 years ago, the colors were beige, moss, things like that. Mm-hmm. And now it's gray and gray and gray and gray and gray.
It's funny though, because you can always tell when you go to show a house and it's like that like emerald green and gold. And it's like there were so many houses that were built and had that emerald green and gold. And
I'm not mad about that. I feel like those colors are great in like historical homes. So like I said, I've been seeing a lot on like TikTok, Instagram, where they are taking their libraries. Like picture this beautiful like library that was built in the 1920s, this little nook in your house, and you've got like the dark wood, and then you've got like the pops of white like around the mantle and the fireplace, and the walls are just like emerald green to the ceiling. Delicious.
Well, tell us about the psychology behind green, since we're talking about green.
Okay, so green makes you feel connected to nature, full of energy. Green is linked to balance, growth, and renewal, which I feel like tracks because people, a lot of time, you're either connecting green to go, money, or trees, like nature and things like that. Psychologists think that green can improve reading ability and has a calming effect on the nervous system. Green lovers are often nature enthusiasts. They're balanced, they're nurturing, and they have a strong desire for stability and security.
Interesting.
Right. And I have a lot of, like, for those of you listening, I've got like this olive green shirt on. I have a lot of like earth tones in my closet. And because I love being outside. You guys who've been listening to us long enough know that I would pack up right now and go live at our cabin, whereas Trisha, not so much.
Yeah, my closet has bright red, bright yellow, bright blue.
Yeah, and
black.
I've got like the ochre red and like the tanny brown. But yeah, so green people are super connected to nature. They are all about growth, development, being nurturing, and apparently very calm.
I don't know if that one tracks. How about purple? Let's dive into purple.
So purple is often associated with like luxury, wisdom, spirituality. If you look back in time, kings and queens wore purple. If you look in the Bible, there's purple all over the royalty and the wise men. So it's also known to stimulate the part of the brain related to creativity and problem solving, which I think is interesting. Those who favor purple tend to be imaginative, which tracks because I always when I think of purple, I'm either thinking of royalty or I'm thinking of Harold and his purple crayon. And they're getting ready to come out with a new Harold movie, which I'm super excited about because I loved those books growing up. Did you read those?
Yes, but I think of Barney, the purple dinosaur.
Okay, yep. I was there in the 90s watching the Barney. So that goes with... they tend to also be introspective and have a lot of love for the finer things in life.
The royalty. That makes sense.
The royalty. They're often seen as unique, artistic, and somewhat mysterious.
I feel like it takes a special person to pull off wearing the color purple. I don't believe I've ever owned a piece of clothing that was purple in my life.
So we just went to an event, Casey and I did, where we had to wear purple, and I don't own a single stitch of purple clothing. Mm-hmm. Casey has one shirt, but it's like a lavender purple. Mm-hmm. I really enjoy like plum purple. I really gravitate to like a lot of really warm colors. Yeah. And I think it's because like when you think about colors and you think about the colors you like, most often you are thinking about the colors that you look good in, right?
I was thinking the same thing, yeah.
So I look really great in warm colors. Cool colors, not a fan. They look terrible on me. And I think that's what tracks with you as well. I think that's why you do have a lot of cool colors. You have a mix, but I mean, you look fabulous in like a light blue or like a cool, like a cool, what do you have in there? You have a blue one, pink.
Powder pink, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So that's purple. I'm going to let you talk about black because I feel like you are definitely the expert on the black color.
Well, it says that black is linked to power, elegance, sophistication. Psychology behind black is that it evokes feelings of strength and authority, but it can also be a little intimidating, which sometimes people say I am.
Yeah, it's so funny to me when people are like, God, she's so intimidating. I'm like, who?
Really?
And they're like, Trisha. And I'm like, no, she's just intense. I feel like that's a difference. Like, you're not intimidating. You are intense.
Yeah.
You're very passionate. I was sitting in Andy's office. We were doing our one-on-one. And you were doing the buyer's consult yesterday. And I looked at him. And I'm like, is she always this loud? He's like, God, yes, your whole family is this loud. I'm like, that tracks. But I do feel like when I'm in a space and I need to feel powerful or I need to feel good about myself, I do put on something black because it's also very slimming.
Yes, yeah, and it makes people see you as strong, independent, and in control. Those are like what I feel like are affiliated with wearing black.
That is you all day. And then they throw in the mystery here. Yeah, in control and very determined. So if that doesn't say Trisha Dork, I truly do not know what does, right? You guys have been with us long enough. And for those of you who are in day one, Trisha's a control freak and also zero things stop her from what she wants to do. Didn't you do a marathon on like a broken foot? Like,
yes, I did.
You David Goggins the shit out of that run. She's like, where's my duct tape? I am going. So let's talk about white. So white represents purity, simplicity, peace. It's often associated with cleanliness and new beginnings. People who love the color white are often seen as organized, clean, prefer a minimalist lifestyle. They seek clarity and are very detail-oriented. And it says white can also make spaces appear larger and more open, contributing to a sense of freedom and breathability. And as a mom of 3 young children, I own 0 white things.
I don't either. I always say I'm not grown up enough to wear white yet.
Exactly. And I, over the years, I have fallen in love with so many beautiful pieces of white clothing. Like I have one shirt right now. So that was a lie. What I just told you that I don't own anything white. I have one shirt that I picked up and it's like one of those cool like button downs with like, it's just super cash and it's kind of like that canvasy material. And I love that shirt. And I only wear it in situations where I know I'm going to be minding my manners because I won't be drinking coffee or eating salsa in this shirt.
I literally wouldn't be able to drink, eat, or move if I wear white. Like I'm always like, I see people downtown Clarkston all the time and they're walking around and they all have like white pants and white shirts.
God, that's a brave situation. But that looks so awesome. Like we were just talking about, white is so crisp and clean. Yeah. And when you use it as an accent in your home, I feel like it just pops and it just makes the whole room come alive.
Yeah. I get everything dirty. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm very like clumsy sometimes.
And like, God bless. Can we just give a shout out to all the people who have like white furniture?
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
God bless you. I mean, we have these chairs, but they're not technically white and they've got the designs. So
yeah, I wouldn't count these as white.
We will just say all the people who wear and live in white spaces have our prayers.
Yeah, you're our heroes.
We admire you.
You're the real American hero. Tell us about pink.
Okay, so pink is all about love and compassion and nurturing. It's known to have a calming effect, which I think that depends on the hue. So like you were saying, like powder pink, baby pink, those I feel like are pretty chill. But like you walk in, like I love that shirt that you have that I've worn. Oh, she's got hot pink on her toesies.
Yeah, I'm like, these aren't, my hot pink toes aren't calming.
I don't do well in pink. I do not really have anything that's pink. Casey has a crap ton of stuff that's pink, but she's blonde hair, blue eyes, pale skin, pink undertones. She looks fabulous in pink. I do not. And I love that shirt that you have that's black with like the hot pink lips on it. That is one of my favorite shirts. So if it ever is missing, just know it's mysteriously found its way into my closet. So pink, people who favor pink are usually kind, gentle, and caring. They have a soft side and are very empathetic towards others. And pink can also promote feelings of acceptance and contentment. I just want to shout out all the fellas who rock pink. Our granddad, handsome, just debonair Puerto Rican man, rocked his pink button down all the time to church. And I remember just looking and thinking, God, how confident do you have to be in your masculinity to wear pink and just like rock it and love it? I know plenty of guys who actually enjoy wearing pink.
Trent wore a pink suit to prom. It looked so good.
He looked so great.
So good.
My son has a pink little polo, like with a little, it's a Costa one, and it's got a little alligator, and he calls it his gator shirt. And I'm just like, the first time he put it on, he was not pleased. He was like, I'm not wearing pink, not pink. And I put it on, and I showed him himself in the mirror. I was like, look at how good you look, homie. And he was like, I like it. Let's go to church. And he was happy.
Aww.
It was good. It was good. All right. So real quick before we wrap, now that we know all of the psychology behind these colors, let's talk a little bit, because we've touched on it here and there already, on how we can harness the power of these colors in our wardrobe and in our environment. So you talk about office spaces.
So, gray is kind of one of the biggest office spaces, I would say, right now. Our office is all gray.
Yep.
And
My house is gray.
Yeah, most of my house is gray as well. When we moved, Dave was like, we got to do paint colors. I'm like, just paint the whole place gray.
Just paint it gray. And one thing I will say is the boys, my husband and his partner, they do a lot of flip overs for our investors. And when we were talking about renovating our house, I said, I wanted gray. I love the color that he picked. It is by Glidden. It is called Thin Ice. And the beauty of this color, and what I really like about the light gray, is that depending on the lighting, the furniture you have, the time of day, your flooring, the paint color in my house can look blue. It can look beigey. It can look earthy. It can look energetic. But yeah, gray is all the rage right now. All of the rage.
Yeah, it's seen as like sophisticated, modern, sleek, and then it's also very calming. So when people are waiting in that conference room or in your lobby, it's meant to have a calming effect.
Yeah. And so when you are, it's also it's a neutral color, right? So you can throw anything with it. Mm-hmm. So if, for example, you're doing your office, and your branding is like yellow and orange, you don't want that all over your office because you're going to look like you're in a McDonald's lobby. You can definitely pick the gray for the walls or the flooring and just throw those accents in there to just kind of bring everything together.
Yeah, like my gold couch. So
I love your therapy couch. So light grays also give you a more open feel, and dark grays are more like modern and sleek.
Yep. And then, like we talked about with blue, blue has that psychological effect of being known as calming and lowering your stress levels. It's associated with reliability and productivity. So they say like blue, it would be really good for general office spaces, especially ones that require like focus and concentration, or even, for example, I was thinking like a dentist office, right? Like you want to like lower that stress, and so many people are scared of the dentist. So
I greatly dislike going to the dentist. I hate the feeling of that thing on my teeth. It literally makes my toes curl. It makes my nails want to fall off. It's terrible. So yeah, blue would be good. But also it promotes creativity. So like if you're a writer or an artist or something like that, having blue either on the walls, on the ceiling, or like in your accents can definitely kind of give you that, you know, subliminal lift there.
Nice. What do they say about green in offices?
So I have personally seen really, really amazing like Kelly green, emerald green, forest green accents. So green, again, is associated with balance and harmony, growth. So if you're in an office and it's your business, we're growing the business, we're growing our pocketbook. It can reduce eye strain, which is interesting, calm people down, and makes it a great space if you're in there for long periods of time. Offices where like employees spend a lot of time on screens, for example, they recommend picking green because it's refreshing, it's calming, and you want to go with like earthly greens for like a natural feel. Like I love like moss green. I love but I also really love jade green. I think that is a really cool color, like if you did an accent wall. But yeah, it's energetic, but also very earthy. Green is versatile. I love it.
I love it. Well, this was super, super interesting. I love how we went through all the different psychologies of it being your favorite color, wearing it, putting it on your walls, all that good stuff. So we hope you guys found this as fun and fascinating as we did. And maybe it'll inspire you to paint a room or paint your office.
Or go shopping.
Or go shopping.
Thanks so much for joining us. Before you go, please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a thing. We drop fresh content every single Thursday, so come back next week for another episode of The Elite Life.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us today on the Elite Life Podcast with Trisha and Kylee. Don't forget to share this episode with a friend so we can keep delivering you more fantastic insights on grit, grace, and growth. Stay connected with us on Instagram and Facebook, where we'll keep the ideas flowing to help you build a life you love and leave a legacy you can be proud of. Until next time.